We want to leave this country, and we probably won't air this until after we leave, but just the homosexual flags everywhere. They have these, the gay pride flags are hung as big giant banners all up and down the roads. They're in every store. A lot of the storefronts have little flags hanging there too. That's the direction that we're all headed in here, and become more and more desensitized to it.
Well, it's been a while since we checked in with our favorite Canadian turned Russian family. And last time we did, the Feenstra family had their bank accounts frozen, and they were looking at the possibility of being forced out of Russia because they couldn't learn the language to receive citizenship. And we're not going to rely too much on their new videos, considering in our last update, they were being tightly censored by the Russian state. But we actually have some good news for them. They might soon see an influx of people similar to them, since the Russian government has decided to promote their traditional values in an effort to get more Westerners to come to them. Russia is now offering safe haven to foreigners who want to escape their neoliberal countries. So Moscow is encouraging people from around the world to seek refuge in Russia via new 3-month visas, which may be available as early as September, which is, right around the corner. Here's some details. Applicants may apply via a simplified, expedited system and can request residency if they reject their home country's destructive neoliberal ideals. In Russia, traditional values reign supreme. The report claimed the Kremlin is known to oppose gender fluidity, homosexuality, and immigration.
A storm is tearing up the digital media industry. Only our audience can save us in these difficult times. Help us reach our goal of 100,000 new members at tyt.com/team.
They oppose immigration, but they want immigrants in their country. Also, President Vladimir Putin signed a decree this week which would allow foreign nationals into the country outside the quota approved by the Russian government and without providing documents confirming their knowledge of the Russian language, Russian history, and basic laws. The Feenstras would have had an easier time if maybe they just waited a few months. But here is what Putin himself had to say about all of this. He said the liberal idea presupposes that nothing needs to be done. The migrants can kill, plunder, and rape with impunity because their rights as migrants must be protected. What rights are these? Every crime must have its punishment. Okay, Jordan, I think it's very easy to criticize things about American society. It's very easy to pretend like these things that don't actually affect you are impacting your life in very real and tangible ways, really aren't. But then whenever people say, you know what, I'm just gonna move to Russia, like that's not an amazing level of culture shock, right? I moved from Connecticut to Texas and there was culture shock in that, right? I can't imagine moving from here to Russia. And then on top of that, they're not even trying to learn the language, it seems. Russian seems like a very difficult language to learn. I don't think that at this point in my life, I would even attempt it. Jordan, what do you think? Is this gonna go well for either the immigrants or for the Russians?
I mean, it might go well for the Russians. They want a bunch of people to come in while they're trying to conscript people into the military to wage this war against Ukraine. If you think that you're gonna get some cushy setup, go for it. I don't want anything to do with that. You could not pay me to move there. This is a country, and they're not unique in this, but it's very restrictive. As you've laid out, there's obviously a lot of pitfalls living there. I don't trust somebody to like Putin to protect my individual rights or autonomy. Certainly wouldn't expect it if you were a marginalized person. I'm good. I'm totally good on that offer. Thank you, but no thanks. I'm staying here.
Yeah. I think Americans also, we have this inherent sense of our individual rights and freedoms. And so whenever we travel abroad, we take those ideals with us to the point that we don't understand sometimes whenever we're abroad that, these things don't really apply to the citizens of this country. So I think that the people who find things like this interesting, these very conservative Republican people, they're so pro-America, but they think that America is being corrupted by these neoliberals and the progressives and whoever. And they think that going over there is going to be better for them. It's not going to be better for them because they still are enjoying a lot of the benefits of living within the American society. And I'm the first person to tell you that things are not perfect over here. I always have one foot out the door of this state, out of this country. But at the same time, like, let's be realistic, right? Here in the United States, we generally live a very comfortable life. Not everyone, right? But generally speaking, in terms of the rights that we have and the freedoms that we have, it is better than certain places. And I'm going to say Russia is one of those places.
Thanks for watching our video. Did you know that you can support our show by becoming a subscriber? Just click the subscribe button and also ring the bell so that you get notifications when we're live or when we post new content.